This afternoon, lawmakers will vote to change the Raise the Age law. If the change is passed, many 16 and 17-year-olds will once again automatically be tried as adults in North Carolina. WRAL investigative documentary reporter Kristen Severance joins us for more on this live. Kristen, you spent months digging into an issue related to this for a new documentary premiering tomorrow. Talk about today's vote.
Chris, we absolutely did. So the House is set to vote on this in just a few hours. And basically, if passed, 16 and 17-year-olds who commit violent offenses will head straight to adult court. You may remember in 2019 when Raise the Age was passed, and that law meant that 16 and 17-year-olds were no longer automatically tried as adults. Under Raise the Age, juveniles who were charged with those violent offenses could still be transferred to adult court, but it was up to the DA on whether or not they were. And more than 400 juveniles were sent to went from juvenile to adult court last year. This new legislation would bypass juvenile court for most felonies. Now, the other really interesting part of this, related to our brand new WRAL documentary, deals with adults who entice kids to commit crimes. If passed, adults who convince kids to commit crimes would be charged with the same crime as the juvenile.
Targeting adults that are trying to get young people to make big mistakes, and they're going out and recruiting these young people to commit crimes for them, and we wanted to make sure that we could crack down on that. So this law will make it, if you entice a kid to do a crime, you will be charged with that exact same crime as an adult.
So William Lassiter he's the Deputy Secretary who oversees the Division of Juvenile Justice. He was really pushing for that part of this legislation. So adults would face more serious charges if they entice kids to commit crimes. And his reasoning, and we heard this from a lot of people, he said gangs were using the Raise the Age legislation as a way to lie to kids to get them to commit crimes. And that's something we get into extensively in our brand new documentary.
And Kristen, how exactly are gang members using the Raise the Age law as a recruitment tool?
So, Chris, we heard this from local, state, federal officials. Basically, gang members were saying to these young kids, hey, raise the age passed. So you're not going to get in trouble. You hold the gun. You do the crime. And the numbers show that more juveniles were committing violent offenses. So we did pull the numbers. In 2019, juveniles committed 978 violent crimes. In 2022, that number more than doubled to over 2,300. It's such an important issue. We learned so much doing this documentary, and it's so timely because the House is supposed to vote on this today. We will, of course, bring you the updates and what happens on TV and on WRAL.com.
Okay, so the gangs were basically using this as an exploit. Wow. Thank you, Kristen. And this is the focus of our next WRAL documentary. You can watch Easy Targets, Gangs Getting Younger in NC. That is tomorrow night on WRAL or WRAL.com.